to be legendary. LPE is behind one game, which means Blacklist International could potentially go for the sweep.
Man, this is a game that LPE really has to win, because if they get a 2-1 here, their scoreline will be closer and closer to NXP. But then again, Blacklist International, they're just strong. They're just playing the game.
I just have to say it as well, that they're just strong. At this point, there's not much to decode apart from they're just strong, and they need to at least, or when I mean they, LPE needs to find out on how to not just slow things down, but actually just put a clamp on not just Weiss, but also Oheb. This is the problem. You have two massive carries coming in from Blacklist International. If you choose one, the other would flourish.
And Esson is doing the job that BMO tried earlier on, just try to put Aspect in a bad spot.
Yeah, and Aspect will be able to secure his buff though. Arv's in trouble here. Oh no, that's the first blood going to the Barats, but they're going to go for the 1-for-1 trade. And looks like Ryota will be next here. The shields are coming up. Frost Moon Shield will keep him alive. And Blacklist International and LPE both take one.
And again, Esson is really not connecting with his hooks more often than not. Yeah, you can't blame him. It is relatively a high-pressure game, especially even more so for LPE as he connects with another hook.
Yeah, and that's going to start a fight here. A 3v2. Esson has to stay alive here. Flicker will be burned. Actually, the Flicker wasn't burned. He just walked away and wasn't even damaged up to a certain lethal degree.
Also, the second hook connecting for Esson in the game, and we have to see the tendencies of the hook to connect, because he, along with Edward, has to make sure that their CCs count here to try to keep Wise as alive as long as possible. Now, looking at the turtle, it is spawning in the next 4 seconds. That is an objective that Blacklist has priority of. Wise is already pathing towards the turtle itself.
Yeah, 4 people invested inside of Blacklist International around that turtle. They could potentially get it without contest. But LPE, they're already poising to go for it. LPE, BMO is in front of the front lines. Actually, in the front lines, rather. Esson gets stunned here. That's the turtle secured by Blacklist International. Weiss is just staying alive right now. Ryota in the backside. Edward falls down, tanking too much damage inside the lines of LPE. That's the turtle going for Blacklist, but a kill going for LPE.
Yeah, that's Edward falling down. That's perfectly fine for Blacklist International, so long as they can keep getting the gold funneled towards Wise. That is their main objective. And this is a completely different outlook, because right now, Wise is ahead by 1 level, and he's able to start dishing out damage against the frontliners that LPE has, and he's becoming a problem.
And this is the comfort of Blacklist International. They want Weiss to be ahead, and they want to protect Weiss to be able to deal damage in the backside. Esson might just land a great iron hook here, still fairly unseen until now. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's calling the, hey, there's a Franco here, let's back off call from LPE.
Well, things happen at some point, but I really love the gameplay coming in from LPE right now. Even if they are behind, and actually they're not behind, they are ahead by 300 gold, and the aggression coming in, even if they're not focusing on Weiss entirely, it has been good for them. Looks like this will be a 4v3. Salmon Force already in. BMO immediately falling down 100 HP, but will be surviving for now. Tempest of Blades will be out there, and Weiss falls down in that big fight. A 1-for-none in favor of LPE.
Yeah, that was these plays are getting a little bit costly for LPE. BMO face checking that brush should not have happened in the first place, and that hook connecting onto Aspect though.
Aspect, half HP, has to go back. Oh my Venus, going in for the 3v2. Look at the damage on Arms, and goodbye to you, my friend. And looks like another kill going to the Blacklist squad right now.
Another kill, more gold coming into their side. Not a lot of leads here in terms of gold. There's just a 100 gold lead, or non-existent gold lead here. But, you know, at the end of the day, as the game progresses longer, the stronger Wise and Oheb is going to get. And that is what Blacklist is banking on as they start off this turtle. BMO is in position to go for the seal, but it's not going to happen. But they do.
Oh no, there's a press on Ryota. He will not survive that. Death Sonata takes down takes down Ryota, and Aspect looks to be going in next.
Oheb.
They're going to go for Oheb. That's 3 people, no 4 people invested coming in from LPE. Oheb already very low in HP, and there's no escape for the Tempest of Blades. A 4v2 right now continuing. Look at the damage coming in from
Venus.
That's a stun.
Getting 3.
Man, that's going to be a shutdown on the side of Ling. The Barretts is just insanely strong at this point, and a 1-for-1 in the bottom lane will be the end of that story.
Good trades there in the bottom lane for LPE, but good reactions from Blacklist International in the process.
Not like this. Ryota in trouble once again in a 3v1 scenario. Falls down in the hands of Blacklist. Ryota has to stay careful at this point already with 2 deaths.
That's a death that they don't really want to give away. LPE, it will fall down because of this. The more that they give kills to Wise, to Oheb, and I mean, to an extent to Edward as well, the faster they will be able to get their items, the faster they'll be able to start hurting. Speaking of hurting, we are already seeing the Calamity Reaper on the hands of Oheb.
And look at the damage coming in from the wisps of Venus. It really does hurt, and Arves seems to be, let's just say, bleeding a little bit, even if he stays in the safety of his turret.
Under the turret is not safe when you're up against this Blacklist composition that can dive under turrets. And they will get the reset off of the purple. Will they even? No,
Yeah,
not even. No need for the resets.
Yeah, they're going to steal it away with the retribution as well from Weiss, and this is the Blacklist comfort that we're accustomed to see. Death Sonata almost taking down the members of LPE there, and they're going to take down the turret instead. BMO will be in trouble. This is what Harith likes. This is what he wants, and that's going to be a kill on BMO rather.
Not the Lord, but the turtle will be spawning in just now. And Ryota, Oheb, and not actually Oheb, it's Edward. And the bottom line, oh my
Venus very
What?
deep, going for a kill on the Chang'e, but Venus gets stunned. That's a spiral strangling, but the Arves doesn't have enough damage to take him down. 2v1 here, potential kill. That's going to be the Salmon Force placed down. Arves, one more hit coming in from Oheb, might just seal it, but he doesn't go on it. And BMO will be jumping and protecting Arves, and that's just a no trade after that 1 kill from Blacklist.
Very aggressive play by Venus there over in the top side, and it really just converted into a kill. He knows how confident he can be. He knows how ahead he was against Jake the Dog there.
Yeah, and looks like in the top side, another fight here. Oh my, Venus, a little bit too aggressive there, my friend. Has to go for the Salmon Force. Oheb will be zoning out 3 members. No deaths coming in from Blacklist, but LPE, they're biting back.
They're biting back, but when will the bite really hurt? It's like, at this point, it's looking like, it feels like a bite from a hamster. It's really non-existent. But as the game progresses, when Aspect becomes online, once Ryota gets all of his items, they will be problems.
You know, I feel like what happens here is Blacklist International, they know that S on hooks weren't hitting in game 1. How about we just use it to steal away the buffs?
Get the
Those
bigger
don't
targets.
Move. Those don't move. Oh, that's the steal!
That Arves doesn't move too!
Arves can't move! And even if he had the chance, he couldn't move in that fight at all.
And they're sieging up this mid lane, and Blacklist, they have prime opportunity here as BMO jumps in.
BMO jumps in front of 4 people. BMO will just try to stay alive, but the Rhapsody takes him down. Ryota has to be next here. Venus will stun him. What a deep dive coming in from Venus.
This
in
Venus.
Aspect, he's trying to deal damage, but it's not enough. And Eson doesn't land a hook once again. Well, that was a moving target, to be fair, and they will rotate back in the mid lane.
Venus, I'm sorry, we gotta highlight Venus here again. He was just going at it onto Jake the Dog, and Jake the Dog had nowhere to go.
Man.
All the whips connected, the Mathilda Airlines connected, it's a connecting flight. A lot of connections there.
Yeah, all aboard the Mathilda Airlines on this game. Blacklist International already ahead by 6k gold and 2 turrets. Meanwhile, for LPE, they need to find their first objective here. No turtles, no turrets. It looks like they're lost in the early game compared to the game 1. And that's another turtle going to the hands of Blacklist. That's the 3rd turtle of the game in the hands of Weiss.
And LPE is in a bad spot here. Already 6,000 gold leads. Looking at the item progression here, we're not seeing much on the side of Aspect. He's caught way behind. Weiss is way ahead.
Yeah, and Weiss right now with a vengeance. And looks like BMO enters that.
Oh.
Esmeralda only takes 1 in the backside. They're dealing so much damage. Weiss is still fairly healthy. No Imperial Justice will land on Weiss. And looks like Aspect is in front of 4 people. And that's not a fun time for you, Ling. That's 2 kills going to the hands of Blacklist International.
That is... Man, we gotta change it. It's not Matilda Airlines this time.
What is it?
It's a Matilda Airstrike.
You,
Feels like it.
it does feel like an airstrike. That's a lot of damage. I'm for sure. Oh my Venus right now is just sending out those wisps like it's free.
Yeah. Call for fire here. That is what Blacklist is trying to do, and Oh My Venus is just obliging them with the fire mission that is coming. And as long as Oh My Venus is untouched in this game, LPE will not have a good spot in trying to defend because Jake the Dog is a primary target for Oh My Venus, and they're already sieging up the mid lane. That's already the inhibitor turret going down.
Yeah, and Arv's very low on HP. I just have to say that compared to his Louis performance, this is not looking stellar. That Louis performance in Game 1 was great for Arv's, but in Game 2 right now, this Sylvana pick is not looking too hot against Blacklist International.
It's not looking too hot. It's supposed to be a catch for Oheb or Oh My Venus if they decide to go in, but it's not. Arvs is not finding his mark. If anything, LPE has to play the long con here. Wait for Ryota, wait for Aspect.
They're
to go
smelling
online.
blood! The hook
Yes,
doesn't
misses.
land! What the hell is that instinct, Eson? They know that Aspect is there. He's trapped. 5 people. That's another lands and goodbye! A mega kill for the side of Wise.
He just dies on top of the wall, not even giving him the proper funeral on the ground.
My god. Eson, you know, the hooks don't land, but the instincts are on point.
And this is a disadvantageous spot for LPE. This is a free lord for Blacklist International. No chances of any contested here. They just have to make plays in the bottom lane, and that is where Ryota is trying to push out the lane as fast as he can, but it's not enough. The rotation is already up here for Blacklist.
Yeah, and the Lord will be taken uncontested for the side of Blacklist International. 11k is the gold lead of the agents right now against LPE, and LPE, they are looking shell-shocked from this Blacklist game.
Man, this is Blacklist's game to lose. Like, there is no reason for Blacklist to lose this game.
Well, there could be things that they will do wrong. Again, this is a meteor shower. Jake the Dog is on a big clear speed or a lane clearing demon right now on this challenge.
He's got a glowing one.
Yeah, it's a glowing one. They could potentially turn this around.
He
One
can
good
hurt,
play.
yeah.
One good play.
He could hurt, but it's all dependent on how well Blacklist International will be sieging this for themselves.
Yeah, and BMO, Detonas, welcome to the wrong neighborhood, baby. That's gonna be a kill on the box shot.
Oh!
And then go in, the suppress, the perfect timing, the perfect hook, and looks like Ling is next. Gonna try to hide on the walls, but that's not gonna be the case for now. Wise is dealing damage to the backside, and Aspect is out of his own base. The minions are marching in. They're going in for the base. Meteor shower won't even mean a thing as Blacklist International goes for the sweep.
2-0 victory for Blacklist International, and another game dropped by LPE.
Victory!
Not looking good for their scores here.
Definitely. But this winning moment is brought to you by Head and Shoulders. And this is just Blacklist just doing Blacklist things. Another sweep, another 3 points. But LPE, this is a very sad moment for them. They needed some